When people hear the word immutable, it can sound abstract or even restrictive. So instead of explaining it like a textbook, I want to walk you through a normal day. Booting up, getting work done, installing software, breaking things on purpose, and seeing how Silverblue responds. No hype, just real use. The first thing you notice after boot is how clean everything feels. The desktop is calm, modern, and fast. Fedora's GNOME setup feels polished here, not flashy, not busy. Animations are smooth, windows feel responsive, and nothing looks out of place. It gives the impression that the system is confident in what it is. It's not trying to impress you, it's just solid. Now, under the hood, Silverblue is different from a traditional Linux desktop. The system itself is read-only. That means the core operating system is locked down. You're not casually changing system files or accidentally breaking something important. At first, that sounds scary, but in practice, it feels surprisingly freeing. You start your day like normal, open the browser, check email, watch a video, do some research. All of this feels exactly like any other Fedora system. Performance is snappy, memory usage is reasonable, and nothing feels experimental or half-baked. Then you get to software installation, and this is where Silverblue really shows its personality. Instead of installing most apps directly into the system, you're encouraged to use Flatpak. You open the Software Center, search for an app, click Install, and that's it. The app installs in a clean, isolated way without touching the base system. Updates are handled independently, and you don't worry about dependencies clashing or breaking something else. For everyday apps like browsers, media players, note-taking tools, and messaging apps, this approach feels natural. You install what you need, it works, and it stays out of the way. The system remains clean even after you install a bunch of software. Now let's say you want to do some development work. Maybe you need compilers, libraries, or command line tools. This is where toolboxes come in. With Toolbox, you create a container that feels like a normal Linux environment. Inside it, you can install packages the traditional way, use the package manager, and customize things however you like. It's your workspace. If you mess something up, it doesn't affect the rest of the system. You can delete the toolbox and start fresh. This separation changes how you think about your system. The base OS becomes something stable and reliable, while your work environments become flexible and disposable. That's a very different mindset compared to traditional desktops, and once it clicks, it's hard to unsee the benefit. As the day goes on, you start appreciating the update model. On a normal system, updates modify the running system. If something goes wrong, you're troubleshooting mid-flight. Silverblue doesn't work like that. Updates are atomic. The system downloads a complete new image in the background. When you reboot, you're either on the old version or the new one. Nothing in between. And here's the magic part. If something breaks after an update, you reboot again and roll back, literally back to yesterday's system. No repair commands, no rescue mode, just choose the previous version and continue working. That alone makes Silverblue feel incredibly safe, especially for people who rely on their computer daily and don't want surprises. Now let's talk about customization, because this is where some people get nervous. Yes, Silverblue is more opinionated. You don't tweak system files the way you might on other distros, but desktop customization, themes, extensions, and user-level settings all work fine. You can make GNOME feel like your space without fighting the system. The key difference is that Silverblue asks you to be intentional. Instead of randomly installing things system-wide, you think in layers. Apps go here, development tools go there. The base system stays clean. By the afternoon, something interesting happens. You stop thinking about Silverblue as weird. It just becomes your system. You open apps, switch tasks, install things, remove things, and everything feels predictable. Even performance-wise, there's no penalty. Apps launch quickly, the desktop stays responsive, disk usage is reasonable, and nothing feels heavy or bloated. And because the system is designed to resist breakage, you're less anxious about experimenting. Try a new app, test a new workflow. Worst case, you roll back or remove it. That confidence changes how you use Linux. By the end of the day, Fedora Silverblue starts to feel less like a distro and more like a platform, a foundation that stays stable while everything you actually use lives on top of it, neatly separated and easy to manage. It's not for everyone. If you love tweaking system internals every day, this might feel restrictive. But if you value stability, clean upgrades, and a modern way of managing software, Silverblue makes a strong case. Spending a day with it doesn't feel experimental or unfinished. It feels deliberate, thoughtful, like Fedora is quietly pointing towards where desktop Linux could be heading next. And honestly, after full day, the idea of accidentally breaking your system starts to feel outdated.